Okay, welcome to Jerry Meadham of Field. Steve Witterhack with you. Sorry, technical problems, and Waupun again regional semifinal game here at home. Their postseason starts here tonight, taking on the Falcons of Sheboygan Falls. Also, Kohler included in that too. Not sure how many Kohler or Sheboygan Falls kids there are, but they are wearing the Falcons jerseys out there, the purple and gold. Waupun used to playing against them back in the days when they were in the East. This East Central Conference. So Waupun, again, Addie Braun on the pitcher circle for Waupun in the top of the first inning, struck out all three batters for Sheboygan Falls. Right now Waupun has a runner at second base. Addie Braun got on with being hit by a pitch. Kaylee Westfall flew out to center field, so one down, runner at second base. No score in the game. Regional semifinal here in Waupun in Division II. That's going to go over the catcher's head, and safe over at third base is Holtz out there running for the pitcher. Again, Reagan Holtz out there doing the running right now, getting to third base for Waupun, but that brings up Leah Bowalda in the 2-1 pitch. Bunts a nice little bunt. And everybody's going to be safe. That one about maybe 8 feet away from home plate, and a perfectly placed bunt, infield hit for Leah Bowalda. But they did keep the runner at third base, and now runners at the corners for Waupun. And that'll bring up Amelia Jones up to the plate. And sorry for our technical difficulties. Hopefully we keep everything running smoothly here for the rest of the ball game. But again, the Waupun Lady Warriors in a regional semifinal in Division II, taking off on the first pitch is Bowalda, no throw. You can see that, and now runners at second and third base. So again, no score in the ball game. Bottom of the first inning. Steve Witterhack with you. We got the stream team here. Cam McColby with us here today at Waupun at Jerry Meadham Field. And the voice you'll hear in the background once in a while, Jason Westfall, the PA announcer here. Okay. So, again, Waupun not even ranked. They're the defending state champs. Of course, they had a pretty tough schedule. You got to take that into account. They've been playing some great ball as of late. Looking like that form that they had last year when they were the state champs in Division II. That was a magical run last year, and I wouldn't count them out, and I don't think any team does. But they've got a tough sectional, number 1 and 3 in the state in the rankings. This one bunted right back. They're going to try to get the out at home, and safe underneath the tag. He is Holtz. Good job extending her arm, getting below the catcher's tag. Run comes in. Everybody's safe yet. Runners at first and third, one out. One run in. Waupun leading 1-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Bowalda advances over to third base. Runners again at the corners. And that'll bring up Aubrey Farley to the plate, the designated player. Be batting .321. Runner goes, no throw. Runner safe at second and third now for the Lady Warriors. Not a bad night, but wind coming straight towards home plate. You can't have a game this in the spring where you don't have windy conditions. This one's blowing right straight back towards home plate. That's going to be foul. Chopped down into foul territory first before it bounced out on the field. 0-2 the count now to Aubrey Farley with Alexis Babish waiting on deck. Hannah Beatty will be up after that. Then Ryan Babish and Rowan Harder, the batting order for Waupun. Next pitch misses. Puts the count now at 1-2. Base hit could bring a couple of runs in for Waupun. That was going to miss a bit high. Catcher tried to frame it back in there, but misses high to Farley. Count now is 2-2. Yeah, I love the postseason. Any game can be your last game. It's definitely get harder as you go along. And that one is strike three. Catches must have been the upper part of the strike zone on that. So going down looking is Aubrey Farley. Now 2 outs for Waupun. Runners at second and third. Only 1 run in, and Alexis Babish steps to the plate now for Waupun. Alexis batting .344 on the season. First pitch into her. That is a called strike. Going to work in the upper part of the zone. He is the pitcher for Sheboygan Falls, Abigail Kanios. It's kind of like a Greek name. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's going to miss low. Bit of a change up. Comes up well short. Count is now 1-1. Abby Devine is the catcher. Madison Thill over at first base. This one is swung on but fouled over on the first base side. Trinity Horn at second base. Lola Clairbout is the shortstop, and Hazel Thorne over at third base. Left to right in the Falcon outfield is Natalie Wolf, Andy Devine, and Chloe Thill. 1-2 the count. Out of Waupun's Alexis Babbage chopped over towards first base, picked up cleanly by Madison Thill. The first baseman touches first, and Waupun comes up with one run. They strand a couple. And after one complete, Waupun with a 1-0 lead. And we'll take a break right now, come back with the top of the second inning in just 1 minute on Radio Plus Sports.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Okay, we are back. Steve Witterhack with you from Jerry Meadham of Field.
Hey, you sure do like...
Top of the second inning. Waupun just coming up with one run in the bottom half of the first inning. And coming up for Sheboygan Falls, who all their batters struck out in the first inning. This is their cleanup batter, Evie Devine, their catcher, followed by Lola Clairbout and Trinity Horn. Number 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. Count is now 1-1 on Devine. A couple Devines, a couple Thills in there. They only have 11 players. A couple players, I guess, quit just recently because it even seemed like even some of the players didn't know that these girls quit. They only have 11 players, otherwise they had 13 on their roster. Been a rough season for the Falcons. They were 0-14 in their conference. Winner of this ball game will be playing on Thursday. Plymouth hosting Port Washington. The winner of that game plays the winner of this game. If Waupun wins, they'll be hosting, I think, all the way through the sectional semifinal. After that, things really get pretty tough. You get number 8 Kewaskum could be an opponent for you in the sectional semifinal. And then you've got the, I'm not sure if Fox Valley Lutheran lost yet this year? Jason? No, they haven't lost yet. They're number 1 ranked team. Strikeout. All 4 batters so far have, at least going down swinging is Devine. But you have the number 1 ranked team in the state on the upper half of the sectional. That's the Fox Valley Lutheran. Undefeated on the season. Then a team that Waupun lost to, Luxembourg Casco. He is the number 3 ranked team in the state, and they are all on the top half of the bracket. So you would just face whoever comes out. So they can all be up there, but only one's going to come out of there that you would play in your sectional championship. Yeah, Waupun's done things like that before and had to go against higher-ranked teams when they played Freedom last year. Freedom, 2-time defending state champ with that state championship pitcher that was still in the pitcher's circle for him, and that was a great game. Late score to tie the game up, and they go to extra innings, and Waupun wins. That was an exciting ball game. Mosinee, of course, highly ranked team that they met in the championship game. It was just like I said, it was not an easy ride, but it was a fun ride. And I think right now Waupun's playing some pretty good ball where they could make a serious run, and maybe people might take them for granted a little bit with not even being ranked and the losses that they have. They're 15-9 on the season. They did win the East Central Conference, shared that with Kewaskum. Both teams at 10-2 in conference play. That's a team you could face in the sectional semifinal. .3-0 count now to Lola Clairbout up to bat. And she's issued a walk, so the first base runner. A walk issued to Clairbout with one down. That'll bring up Trinity Horn to the plate. She's their second baseman, another right-handed hitter. Number 6 in the batting order. So the first base runner on for the Falcons with one down. See, they got number. I just the ponytail made it look like it was a number 11 on deck, but it actually is on number 18. Natalie Wolf waiting on deck. Ponytails will get you once in a while, covering part of the number up. Snap throw by Westfall down to first base, not in time. Got to be on your toes. Kaylee behind the plate. She'll get it there in a hurry. To the count to Horn and a swing and a miss. Puts out number 2 on the board. So runner stays at first. Strikeout number 5 in the ball game for Addie Braun. All the outs so far have been the strikeout route for the Falcons so far in the ball game. That will bring up Natalie Wolf, the left fielder. Steady diet of right-handed hitters in the batting order for the Falcons. First pitch misses, ball 1. Madison Thill awaiting on deck. Wolf, number 7 in the batting order. I did ask him, is that any relation to Joe Wolf? See, the Kohler's part of this team, and he was the basketball great from Kohler that went to North Carolina, went to the NBA. They said, I don't know. I don't think they seem not to even know who Joe Wolf was, so I guess that showed my age. That they didn't know. So it could be a pretty big deal over there. Swing and a miss on the next pitch makes the count now 1-2 with 2 down. Now Addie just overpowering the Falcons so far, all their batters from top to bottom. And heads back to the dugout, another strikeout. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, the only blemish in her pitching performance. Runner gets stranded at first, nobody scores. Waupun leads 1-0. After 1.5 innings, back with the bottom half of inning number 2 right after this on RP Sports.
Hey, you sure do like to sneeze.
Where did I put the keys?
It's the dust in the air. You like to sneeze.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. Your dryer vent could be clogged too. We will get your air clean, system more efficient, and home safe. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Crack the window in here for a breeze.
Call Allphase so you don't sneeze.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Welcome back to Jerry Meadham Field. Steve Witterhack with you. Bottom of the second inning. Addie Braun faced 7 batters, struck out 6 of them. Did walk 1 in there. But man, she's just owning the Falcons so far in the ball game. Hannah Beatty to the plate for Waupun, and she's going to drop one into right field. A leadoff single off the bat of Hannah Beatty. And it'll bring up Ryan Babish number 8 in the batting order, followed by Rowan Harder. It's only a couple of hits for Waupun to get that one run. There was also a player hit by a pitch with Addie Braun getting hit. That one is high and away. Runner stays over at first. Catcher Devine gets up thinking the runner sure is going, but looked up and she's still standing at first. Yeah, Waupun used to play in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference before they got into the new conference, the East Central Conference. Looking at their conference this year, Brillion and Velders were tied for first with 11-3 records. Two Rivers, that's a team that we used to play against, and Sheboygan Falls finished dead last at 0-14. But some familiar teams that Waupun used to play against. Taking off is Beatty with some pretty good wheels, gets over there easily to second base. So runner in scoring position with a 1-1 count for Ryan Babish. Rowan Harder awaiting on deck. This is popped in short. Right field is going to be a tough one, and that will land fair. That one about a foot away from the line, then spins away from the right fielder, and a runner advances. Beatty now standing at third base. So runners at the corners for Waupun. And a couple little kind of weak hits out towards right field. Have got a couple of runners on for Waupun, and that'll bring up Rowan Harder. One of the 3 Waupun Lady Warriors that took the nice walk, graduated from Waupun High School just a few days ago. Of course, Kaylee Westfall and Caroline Kluge, the other 2 seniors, Rowan Harder. Oh, that one back to the pitcher, but kind of a bad throw there, and it goes past the pitcher, and scoring from third is Hannah Beatty. So Beatty crosses home plate. Babish now standing over at second base. Waupun now leads 2-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. First pitch into Harder. Next one is going to miss high, makes the count now 1-1. Yeah, Rowan, we got a good history with Rowan with all of her getting up on varsity early on a few different sports. State championship team. Since popped in the air over on the right field side, second baseman gives chase in foul territory, comes up a little short on the attempt by Trinity Horn, the second baseman. So a new life here for Rowan Harder. And Kaylee Westfall, I'm not sure how many records she's broke now, all-time records and season records, just a bunch of records that she's broken. Just amazing career that she's had here as a Waupun Lady Warrior. It's been fun to watch that these last years. Staying alive again is Harder, following one back and out of play. Top of the order, Kaylee Westfall awaiting on deck. 11 home runs on the season for Kaylee. And I think she's broken the stolen base, the triple record, runs scored record. And this is going to get bounced right back to the pitcher. Picking it up is Kanios, throws to first to Thill to get the out, but that does advance the runner to third base. First out of the inning for Waupun. That brings up top of the order Kaylee Westfall. Addie Braun is waiting on deck. And Ryan Babish standing over at third base for the Lady Warriors. Called strike on the first pitch into Kaylee. Yeah, happening place. I love the 3 diamonds out here. They're, I know, real dirt, the whole works out here, but they are very well kept and say some of the, if not the best, like dirt and natural diamonds there are in the state, and they keep them up very well. I know Josh is meticulous with how this thing is kept here. 1-1 pitch, misses well outside. Nice job by the catcher, Devine. Reaches out and hauls it in. Makes the count now 2-1 to Kaylee. 2-0 ball game. And this is hit high in the air out towards right center field. Center fielder gets a good jump on off of Devine's glove. Just nonchalantly goes out there. And heading over to third base is Kaylee Westfall. And she's going to head home now. And gets herself home. And she just took off, and as they nonchalantly missed the ball in center field, it shot away from the center fielder. I looked up, and there's Kaylee already heading to third base. They threw to third, overshoot the third baseman, and Kaylee comes home. That was kind of a crazy bunch of misplays there by the Falcons. And Waupun now with 3 runs in the inning, and they are leading this game 4-0. But that, I tell you, Devine just coming in on that center field just had a great jump on it. She was right there. Not a difficult play, but off her glove, and then everything went bad for them after that. But Kaylee just hoofed it the whole time and got herself home. 3 runs in the inning, in for Waupun, 1 out. Bases all cleared now, and Addie Braun up to bat. Addie was hit by a pitch and then scored Waupun's first run back in the first inning. One the count to Braun, leaves the next one go. That's going to miss. Puts the count now at 2-1. Yeah, the other games going on in our half of the sectional. Of course, Port Washington playing at Plymouth. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game coming up on Thursday. Should Waupun win, Waupun will be hosting that. The higher seed always hosts the regionals. I think Coach Navis called up Gail Grahn. They even named the field after him over there in Plymouth. This is going to miss high into Addie, and she's going to head down to first base. She's been hit by a pitch now, walked in the ball game, and we'll see. I think they're going to bring Reagan Holtz back in to do some more running. Yeah, he talked to Gail, I guess, last night. Really Mr. Everything over there at Plymouth. They even named the fields after him. He's the offensive coordinator on the football team. Great guy, too. Very nice guy. They were discussing with their teams that they had to play, and they're playing Port Washington at Plymouth. At his named field in Port Washington, or over in Plymouth, I should say. That brings up Leah Bowalden at number 3 slot now for Waupun. Watches the first one go by. It's going to miss. Throw over to first base, not in time. Other games in the half of the sectional has Kettle Moraine Lutheran out of our East Central Conference taking on flyaway team Campbellsport at KML today. There's a 1-0 pitch. That one's going to catch the foot of the umpire, and the runner's going to advance over to second base. So he's going to take his own little time out and sweep the plate and get that all cleaned off. Normally there's an understanding between the catcher and she's going to go and talk to her pitcher. That's the understanding. If the umpire gets hit, then you go out there and have a little meeting with your infield, talk to the pitcher a little bit. If the catcher gets hit by the ball, then the umpire usually clears the plate and takes his time to let them. It's a nice little thing they have between the catcher and the home plate umpire. Yeah, the other game, like I said, Kettle Moraine Lutheran is hosting Campbellsport, and then you've got Kewaskum, ranked number 8 in the state in Division II. They're taking on Grafton over at Kewaskum here today. And this is going to be a little bloop shot again out to right field. Waupun has done that 3 times in the ball game for 3 different hits. Just late swings and dropping them in about 15, 20 feet into right field. So that's a base hit for Leah Bowalda. Runners now at the corners for Waupun, and that will bring them Amelia Jones to the plate. She got on with a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Amelia having herself a great season, batting that number 4 slot. Seen a few of her home runs at games that I've covered. Bowalda takes off. They concede the base again. Pond leading 4-0. 1 run in the first, 3 runs in the second inning, which is still going on. Still only 1 down for Waupun. Aubrey Farley, the designated player, awaiting on deck. Jones lays off the next pitch. Called strike. Count is now 1-1. I guess it's senior night over at the baseball diamond on the other end of Lincoln Street. Way on the east side by the high school over at the Gus. Randy Armga might be over there officiating that. He said it was senior night over there, but he said we got bigger things happening. We got the playoffs happening here on the other side, over on the west side, Jerry Meadema Field. Just saw Jerry today. I always say it's nice when they name a field after you and you're still around yet. This one is hit out towards right field. Right fielder comes in and hauls it in. Chloe Thill throw to home plate. Then easily scoring is Reagan Holtz. Second time she's crossed home plate for Waupun. But that was caught by Chloe Thill out in right field for out number 2. And you got Leo Bowalda now over at third base for the Lady Warriors. And Aubrey Farley steps to the plate. Strikeout victim back in the first inning. Aubrey batting .321 on the season. First pitch misses, ball 1. And Abigail Canios has one go fly right over her head on a bounce shot right over her head, and that's going to be an RBI single off the bat of Aubrey Farley. Perfectly pounded ball, and then it goes right over the top of the glove of Abigail Canios out to past second base. Brings Bowalda in from third base. 5 runs in the inning. Waupun now leading 6-0. And Carly White, the flex player, coming in to run for Aubrey Farley. Ninth batter of the inning coming up for Waupun, and that is Alexis Babish. Grounded out over to first base back in the first inning to end the inning. That one's chopped on the ground, but foul over the third base side. Decent crowd here from Waupun. They'll line them up all around the outfield fence out there. You might catch one in a Waupun game. Had a game last week. They had 5 home runs. And they had a game where Kaylee Westfall had 3 home runs in one game. So a good place maybe to shag a ball out there out in left field fence. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Fighting it off as Babish fouls it back. 0-2 the count now to Alexis. Pretty good 3-sport athlete. A lot of volleyball people that love what she does as a setter, or the freshman setter this past season. Comes the 0-2 pitch. It's going to miss high and away. I've got a daughter-in-law with a Division I scholarship in volleyball with Bridget. This be Bridget Nickel, and then my niece Holly. I see she's coaching. Used to be Holly Visser, now Holly Marwitz. And they both gave the thumbs up for Alexis as a setter, since she is legit. They're kind of getting lackadaisical out there, and Carly White says, nobody's paying attention to me. I'm going to head over to second base. 2-2 the count now to Alexis. Carly's got some pretty good wheels anyway. I mean, he runs so fast that he didn't even throw the ball down to third base to try to stop her, and there she is. Sitting 1 base away from another run. Waupun gets 5 runs so far here in the inning. Alexis offers on the next one, fouls it back. 3-2 the count now to Alexis Babish with Hannah Beatty waiting on deck. Wondering if she'll get her second at bat here of the inning. That one is swung on, but it's going to be fouled out of play over in the right field side. Yeah, good power, good speed for Waupun up and down the order. Get them on base. They don't hesitate to very aggressively run the bases. Comes the 3-2 pitch on the ground over towards short. That's going to make it out to left field. Not a real great effort there by Clairbout over at shortstop. Didn't even touch it. Just went out past her on a backhanded. Didn't really want any part of that. And we are going to mess up my book a little bit and get the 10th batter up of the inning. A little conference right now in the pitcher's circle. So a little meeting with the infielders. Coach heads back out. And that was 6 runs in, 7-0. Favor the Lady Warriors. Thanks to our sponsors for supporting Waupun sports. We got them covering both girls postseason. The boys don't start till next week Tuesday for their first game. They are playing tonight. This pitch is going to be as high into Hannah Beatty. Lets it go for ball one. We do have one conflict. That'll be next Tuesday when they start playing. That'd be a sectional semifinal. I'll definitely be, if the girls are there in the sectionals, I'll definitely be there. And we'll try to get another crew over to cover the boys in their first game. Covering Waupun, priority one. 7-0 Waupun. Bottom of the second, still going on. This one down low. They are going to throw it to second, and that's be a stolen base. Babish standing over at second base. And Hannah got that single to start things out towards right field. Ended up scoring Waupun's second run of the game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's going to miss. Outside, maybe a bit low. 3-1 the count now to Hannah Beatty. Multi-sport athlete, a wrestler, volleyball player, figure skater. I don't know if she still does that or not, but she was a pretty good figure skater. Going to put Babish over at third base. Runners at the corners again for Waupun. Try and take care of business and move on. Can't take anybody for granted, but they're piling it on right here in the second inning, bringing in 6 runs so far. And Ryan Babish at the plate for Waupun, the 11th batter of the inning for the Lady Warriors. Let's say that one catches the inside part of the plate. Called strike. Puts the count now at 1-1. Yeah, usually by now, let's see, that's swung on and foul back. Usually by now I smell some food, but I don't really smell anything up here like I normally do. Are there anybody cooking down there? I haven't seen her. Usually smell it up here, and I never eat before I come here, so it just drives me crazy. I'm always hungry. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that's on the ground. It's going to make it between short and third base. That's going to score a couple of runs now for Waupun. Throw will be well late, and advancing over to second base will be Babish. Gets herself a single with a couple RBIs on that, and gets herself over to second base besides. Again, Waupun piling it on here. Only 1 run in the first inning, but 8 runs in the second inning. Lead now 9-0. Rowan Harder coming up and hits that one. A little one-hopper over towards the shortstop. Clearbout picks it up, throws to first, gets the up, and not before the damage is done. 8-run score for Waupun. They now lead this game 9-0 after 2 complete. Back in 1 minute with the top of inning number 3 on Radio Plus Sports.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance, no matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because you'll feel totally protected with the right auto coverage. Plus, you'll save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home with our expert agents. American Family Insurance.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Okay, the Waupun Lady Warriors putting 8 runs across the plate in the bottom half of inning number 2. 12 batters that batted for Waupun in that second inning. They now lead this game 9-0. So here we go. They got number 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order coming up for the Falcons of Sheboygan Falls. Madison Thill will start things out, followed by Hazel Thorne. Then back to the top of the order with Annie Devine. All the outs so far in the ball game have been strikeouts by Addie Braun. She also was the cause of the only runner, too, with a walking a batter in the middle of all that. That's still 6 outs, 6 strikeouts for Addie. And she is on. She is unhittable. She really took over at Kewaskum. I saw a few games where just had things going exactly where she wanted to put those pitches, and fun to watch when she's in the zone, which is most of the time. That one right down Main Street, called strike. No offer on that one from Thill. Puts the count at 2-1. One pitch. And one catches the outside. Paints the outside edge of the plate. Makes the count now 2-2. 2-2 the count now. Madison Thill, Hazel Thorne awaiting on deck. Hopefield leading 5-0 in their game. Their regional semifinal game. Bottom of the 4th inning against Living Word Lutheran. Got a crew over there covering that game. And way late on that one, a swing and a miss, and strikeout number 7 for Addie Braun. She has got to have the strike. Does she have the strikeout record? Not quite yet. She's working on that, but only a junior besides. So she's been fun to watch. It was just the team itself. And Hazel Thorne up the bat. First pitch into her misses, ball 1. That's the top of the order up on deck. Annie Devine waiting on the on-deck circle. Next pitch is going to miss a bit low. Makes the count 2-0. Yeah, it's kind of fun watching all the activity here. You got a varsity game going on here. You got one of the youth softball going on in field diamond number 2. And Waupun, a very good softball town. They just kind of reload every year. Always got a great softball team for high school, but the reason they're so good is all those girls put all the extra time in playing in leagues growing up, playing in club teams, putting the work in, getting rewarded here on the varsity level. Kind of the same thing way when you go down to the other end of Lincoln Street and look at the boys' diamond. They had 12 teams come in for their 12-year-old tournament. It's a slow roller over to first base, and that is picked up by Hannah Beatty. Hazel Thill is retired. First time they got an out without a strikeout. So 2 up and 2 down. Top of the order coming up. Annie Devine, their center fielder. And most of the batters will be able to say their last at-bat was a strikeout. Yeah, Nick Rush giving us some updates, keeping track of both games. Way behind that one, swing and a miss by Devine. What? The strikeout? She has? Oh, 451. Right around 454. Jason Westfall giving me some updates on that, but she does have the strikeout record, Addie Braun. Just amazing, the records that are being set right now with the Waupun Lady Warriors. Kaylee's got it, like I said. How many records does Kaylee have? 6 or 7. That's not exaggerated. And it's just amazing. 1-2 the count now to Devine. Here's the pitch. Stays alive, fouls it down. Trying to think of them. Was it triples and doubles? Home runs? Hits, runs? Total bases? That's another one. Yeah, that's amazing. 1-2 count. Misses high on the next pitch. It's a count now at 2-2. Yeah, we've seen some great athletes, and that says a lot because of all the great teams we've had here in Waupun. Seen a lot of very good softball teams. It's a 2-2 pitch. That's going to miss low. Puts the count now with 3-2. My niece had a very good run back. She was in the class of about 2007, and Holly Visser Marwitz. Late on that one, fouls it off into the screen. I made the mistake at my mom and dad's house one time. Let Holly was practicing pitching with her dad, and I said, "Well, stand up and bat." First pitch in, hits me in the leg, and had you can see the threads on my leg. I said, "That's the last time I played the batting dummy." That's going to get picked up cleanly by Carly White. Throws a strike to first base to get the out. So a strikeout. Nobody reaches. And after 2.5 innings, it is Waupun now with a 9-0 lead here at home against Sheboygan Falls. Back with the top half of inning number 3 coming your, or bottom half, I should say, of inning number 3 coming your way right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Hi, it's Dr. Randy with New Medical Center. Are you struggling with your weight? Tired of diets that just make you hungry? Maybe it's time to try something new. By now, most of you have heard about semaglutide and tirzepatide, the amazing new weight loss drugs that are sweeping across the country and helping thousands of people just like you successfully lose unwanted pounds. Well, wait no more. NewMed Integrated Healthcare has got you covered. Don't be fooled by expensive online plans with no direct medical supervision. New Medical Center's program is affordable and provides you with all the personalized support you need to succeed. Get started now and eliminate your cravings, decrease your appetite, and start losing those pounds. Take it from me, it's easier than you think. How do I know? Because I lost 50 pounds last year using this very program, and I've kept it off. Let the team at New Medical Center help you get the weight loss results you desire and deserve. Call New Medical Center at 920-324-9899 to get started now, or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Okay, Steve Witterhack with you back at Jerry Meadham Field. Waupun shuts the door again in the 3rd inning. Looking at the numbers so far. 7 strikeouts in the ballgame for Addie Braun through 3 innings. And has not given up a hit, just that one walk is the only base runner that they've had in the ballgame. And top of the order coming up for Waupun with Kaylee Westfall stepping to the plate. It's the 3rd inning. This is her 3rd at bat. Flew out to center field. Also, center fielder dropped a ball that she should have had out in center field. Keeley ended up making it all the way around the base just on that one at bat. A very lackadaisical effort by the center fielder off her glove, and then by that time Keeley was already heading to third and threw it to third. They threw it past the third baseman. Keeley says, "I'll head home," and she did. This is a shot up the middle off the bat of Kaylee Westfall. Base hit to get things going here in the 3rd inning. And she's, again, you're too slow with Kaylee. She's got herself over all the way to third base. Again, just one little mistake out there, and boom, Kaylee's over to third. I mean, she's got the speed, she's got the strength, she's got the, great catcher for Waupun and all the other things that she brings to the table, the power. He just flies around the bases, which is just a very unassuming little hit up the middle. Ends up having her over at third base. That brings up Addie Braun. She was hit by a pitch and also was walked so far in the game. Looking for her first hit at her 3rd at bat. This one's going to miss outside. And it gets past the catcher, and Kaylee head first slide in for another run for Waupun, now leading 10-0. Second run scored by Kaylee in the ball game. So bases are now empty with a 2-0 count to Addie Braun. Leah Bawalda up to bat, coming up on deck, I should say. This one's going to miss high, and Addie has issued a walk. So another runner for Waupun. Addie Braun over at first, and Reagan Holtz coming into the ball game to run for her. And stepping to the plate now will be Leah Bawalda. She's 2 for 2 in the game. A couple singles so far. Has crossed home plate one time. And Amelia Jones awaiting on deck for the Lady Warriors. String of really nice days here. These last few days, the Memorial Day weekend was nice. Showing bunt, pulls the bat back. Ball inside. Runner advances over to second base. So Holtz over there. Yeah, nice weekend. Worked on my mom's pool and got that all ready. So hopefully we're supposed to hit the 80s coming up this next weekend. So hopefully that'll come into play. And our first swimmers at that pool. So 1-1 the count to Jones. Batting .394 on the season. Reaches out and chops that one on the ground, but just foul over on the third base side. Had a lucky weekend, too. Went and watched my grandson play baseball, 12-year-old tournament in Waupun. 12 teams came in. Good club teams out of the Milwaukee and Kenosha, Oshkosh, Kimberly areas. It was a fun tournament, good high-level stuff. Waupun got third place in their own tournament. And I just threw $20 in for their raffle they had, and they were raffling off a baseball bat. It was a Hype Fire, $400 baseball bat. And they picked my name on there. So what am I? Well, that was going to hit her on the bounce. Hit by a pitch for Bawalda. Yeah, they picked my name after I just left just to leave for a few minutes and come back and watch the next game. And I just got like 5 calls. Said, you won the bat, you won the bat. So I got there, and it was a 31-inch bat. It was definitely meant for the players that were playing. They're 12-year-olds. So that's a link that they have. And my grandson's bat was like 30 inches. Could use an extra inch. So I just unwrapped it. Asked the coach, is this a good bat for these guys? He goes, yeah, it's a really good bat. I handed it to the grandson. You got yourself a bat, $400 bat that I won. So, and I had just entered about a half hour before. My son-in-law did not pick that name. Kids all knew about the bat, exactly what that was. I wasn't sure. They just had wood bats when I played, and maybe some really bad aluminum bats towards the end of my playing days. So, but they all thought that was a pretty good bat. So, he's going to use it again tonight. This one is hit out to short center field. The center fielder does come in and hauls it in. Runner tags and heads to third base. No throw on a hit up to short center field. But again, like I said, the center fielder, Annie Devine, hauls it in for the out. Does advance the runner over to third base with Holtz over there. Said usually you're playing a pretty good team. You're not going to get that extra base on a short catch out just maybe 15, 20 feet off from the infield dirt. Just being aggressive, and they didn't even throw it over there. That will bring up Aubrey Farley. Yeah, so it was a good weekend. It was a good weekend to win that. Wish they gave me $400, but seeing I had the bat. Now I got to enter the raffles every time my grandsons, the other two that play traveling ball, play. So can't help. I'm not going to win every time, so we'll just take advantage and leave it up to mom and dad to buy the next two bats for the other two grandsons. Hopefully the grandson grows fast enough where that might even be too small for him after a while. Hopefully get a nice growing spurt. And Farley at the plate. Next one's going to miss outside. Puts the count now at 1-1. So far, Aubrey has gotten a base hit and scored, and she has struck out so far in the game. 1 down, runners at second and third. Waupun threatening to put some more on the board. 1 in the first, 8 in the second, and 1 so far here in the third inning. That one is bunted past to the picture of Canios. The throw to first base, past the first baseman. That's going to score 2 runs now for Waupun. Coach Navas may be making Maybe a running change, maybe throwing Carly White out there again and running. I'm not sure. He definitely uses all the different rules you can use with the flex and the designated player. I'm actually going to bring Ian Lane. I don't know who we're bringing in here. Yeah, Caroline Kluge coming in, the other graduated senior. Now we're at second base. I'll bring Alexis Babish up there now for Waupun. And that is hit up the middle, and that is going to score. Kluge get a short stint out on the base paths. Put her out there, and all of a sudden a single up the middle for Alexis Babish. That brings in that run. Four runs in for Waupun again, stacking them up here and looking to try to make this a very short game. That one is hit down to the ground, foul off the bat of Hannah Beatty. If they would get 15 in this inning right here, would that be the end of the game in 3? Okay. It's a little different rules between baseball and softball, but not a bad idea when you're up by 15 runs after 3 innings. Probably doesn't need to be played any further. And Waupun will be moving on in this tournament. They'll be playing on Thursday right here against the winner of the Plymouth against Port Washington game, being played at Plymouth tonight. Other games in the sectional, this half of the sectional, Kettle Moraine Lutheran hosting Campbellsport. Number 3 against number 6 seed, and then it's number 2 Kewaskum taking on 7th seeded Grafton over at Kewaskum. But you take care of business here tonight. They're up 13-0, so they will be playing the winner of the Kewaskum against Grafton game coming up on Thursday right here, because Waupun is the number 1 seed in this half of the sectional. All I can say is I say we want Fox Valley Lutheran. We want Fox Valley Lutheran. Bring them on. That's we play good in those games like playing against Freedom last year. Not expected to win that game, I don't think. See that they won state the last 2 years and still have the same pitcher out there that owned us the year before. I think Kaylee had the only run on this leadoff home run in that game up in Seymour a couple seasons ago. And then we come back and we beat them in a close game. Had to come from behind late in that regulation. That one is bounced off the glove of the pitcher, past the shortstop, and Pond stays aggressive on the bases, and now runners at the corners. And 13-0, Waupun. Still only one down. And that'll bring up Brian Babish. Must be a little chilly, puts her cover up on. I think if you're going to wear that, I've seen some of the players that come out, they don't have the number and the name and everything in the back, and I think they should, at least the number. I've seen some teams that come in and they didn't have that on there, so you really don't know who was up doing the running and things like that. But at the very least, if you're going to put that on, they should have the number on it. So runner advances over to second base. Ryan offers the next one, fouls it back and out of play. So runners at second and third base. 4 runs in this inning. 13-0 Waupun. Kind of expected here against the Falcons. This one is picked up by the shortstop. Going to try to get the out at home, and safe at home is Alexis Babish. Nothing going the Falcons' way. You just don't feel the sense of urgency in a play like that. So again, runners at the corners. 5 runs into the inning. 14-0 Waupun, just 1 run away, and for the Waupun ending this in just 3 innings. Feels like I've only been on the air for like 2.5 innings. Wait, I guess I was only on the air for 2.5 innings. We had little technical problems in the beginning. We'll hopefully get a chance to talk to the coach, maybe a couple players, whoever he brings up here to the booth. I always tell people the best booth right here. You could actually live in this booth because it's got a heater up here. It's got air conditioning. It's got food downstairs. You could live here. That's going to miss high in the next pitch into Rowan. So I get trouble at home at all. This might be where I'll come and just stay up here in the press box for a little bit. 1-1 the count now to Rowan. Is Rowan the youngest of the Harder sisters? Yep. The last one of the Harders going through with Rowan at plate right now. Nobody's more scared to be interviewed when she first started getting interviewed as a sophomore. And then we worked on her. I even gave her questions ahead of time when we had our little prep showcase. And she became a very good interview. Pretty confident. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That's a strike into Rowan. Fun watching her grow. Yeah, like you always forget about the parents and all the responsibilities that the parents have as these kids grow up all the way through the years of being down here living at the Diamonds. This is a short pop-up and a runner not tagging. And it comes off and then try to go back and tag. But a pop out to center field. But I think a lot of the parents, it's got to be a mixed feeling, isn't it? Not coming down here anymore. It's got to be sad, but all the responsibilities and kind of living down here. They can make actual plans and go places now, Jason. It'll be good. Jason will have a lot of free time. Yeah, I'm thinking. Let's see if Kaylee wants this thing to be over or not yet. Brings that run in. That should be the end of the ball game. 14-0 of that runner at runners at second and third base. And that is hit out towards right field, and that is going to drop in, and Waupun is going to win this game 15-0, and that is it. Waupun coming out. Base hit out to right field off the bat of Kaylee Westfall. It brings a run in for Waupun. They win this game by a score of 15, even 16-0. We'll give them 16, but again, Waupun wins in 3 innings in this ball game. Let's take a break, and we'll see if we can get some. If Josh will send up some girls and himself to come up here to get interviewed. So we'll set up for that. So again, Waupun winning, and they'll be heading to the regional championship on Thursday to take on the winner of the Kewaskum hosting Grafton game. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
The Hour Bar on May Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
At SIA Insurance Services, we're more than just an insurance agency. We're your neighbors, dedicated to protecting what matters most to you. From home and auto to business, life, Medicare, health insurance, and investment services, we offer personalized coverage tailored to your needs. Trust SIA Insurance, your local, independent insurance experts. Call us today at 920-324-2071.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by the Waupun Athletic Booster Club. The Booster Club is a group of alumni, parents, and friends that help support Waupun athletics. They support wrestling, girls and boys tennis, hockey, soccer, volleyball, golf, softball, baseball, basketball, and more. Best of luck, Waupun, in your game today. Find the Waupun Athletic Booster Club on Facebook.
Attention neuropathy sufferers, I've got some good news for you. Hello friends, this is Dr. Randall Blahoviak from New Medical Center. Do you have numbness, tingling, or burning in your feet? Does it feel like you are always walking around on a balled up sock? Have you stopped doing the things you love because the pain in your feet makes it impossible? If you answered yes to any of those questions, you may have neuropathy. Over 25 million Americans are currently dealing with this crippling disease, and just like you, most of them are frustrated with the lack of effective treatments that are available. Well, that ends today. At New Medical Center, we have successfully treated thousands of neuropathy patients, not only slowing or stopping the progression of this devastating condition, but in many cases reversing it. If you are tired of taking dangerous medications that only numb the senses and do nothing to treat your actual disease, it's time to see the doctors at New Medical Center, where we've designed a treatment plan to address the causes of neuropathy. Don't lose hope. Call New Medical Center at 920-324-9899 now for more information or to schedule an appointment. Or check us out on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
Planning to build? You need Pinot. Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your vision to reality. You need Pinot. After all, they've been doing it almost 50 years. To start your next project, go to rapinot.com. Check out their virtual design tool and turn your idea into action. That's rapinot.com and learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Yeah, welcome back to Jerry Meadham Field. Steve Witterhack with you, and a nice 16-0 victory here for the Waupun Lady Warriors, starting out their journey into the postseason here, defending state champs, and a regular interview that we have. We should just have a little show that we have with Addie every time. But Addie, again, another great pitching performance. I think you retired. The first 6 outs were you striking people out there, maybe first 7 outs in the ball game. But, 7 strikeouts for you in 3 innings. So another nice outing. What do you gain from a game like this here today? I know it's a game you got to play, but what does your team gain by victory like this tonight?
We gained the ability to look at our small details. We really focus on getting those bunts down. I know earlier in the game we had a couple bunts that got down, and we really focus on making sure we're spinning the ball at the mound, making sure our defensive plays are just solid and smooth through the ball. Like Hannah, she had that great one. Carly had that great one. So it's just nice to see everyone smooth through the ball.
Yeah, it seemed everybody was very aggressive out there too, and doing what you normally do. And that I think that's hard for some teams to play at a high level against a team that you're just going to dominate. So you feel you took advantage of the opportunities, whatever they could give you to push you a little bit, and you do things right and don't play down to that level, right?
Yeah, we definitely had to. We're just trying to get ready for deeper in the postseason, taking it one game at a time and really making sure we're being aggressive on the bases too.
And you got on base 3 times. You scored 3 times. You showed me the mark. You want to show the
say,
camera at all?
I got a couple seams.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, that's pretty good. You wore one for the team, so that's good. And you scored on that, and you got walked a couple times, so you were, 0 for 0 in the ball game, but you took one for the team, so you got the mark there. But again, are you going to be one of the future singers of the national anthem? We might find
I'll
2
have to join
new
them
ones.
One day.
we might have to find 2 new ones.
Like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't figure it out, you just laugh it off. But,
yeah.
But again, any thoughts on your possible opponent coming up? I don't know if we've heard anything from the other Diamond at all. We haven't yet, but possibly a matchup with Plymouth, who you played a few times in their game over at Plymouth today. They're playing.
Yeah,
So,
either way, I mean, I know both of the teams are great. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to want to win. I think that's the regional championship, if I believe correctly, I think. But either way, they're going to be aggressive. They want to, take us down. But we just got to bring our game and do our details and focus on us.
Okay, Addie, it's always fun watching you out there. So you always have fun, and that's what it's all about. So congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you.
Addie Braun joining us, and going to bring out one of the fastest people out on the base paths out there with Carly White. And your number gets called to come out there. Of course, you did a solid job at shortstop. And I see your team, you didn't back off on being aggressive on the bases here today.
Yeah, no, I tried to keep it fast because playoffs is competitive, and I want to make sure that I'm really locked in because you want to be locked in for every game. You're one and done, and I'm not trying to be done. So.
What's it feel different from last year for you? You were the second baseman last year. Now you're the shortstop, which is a position you normally play, right, with your club stuff that you play in?
Yeah, I played shortstop for club. Middle infield's kind of my thing. I just love short because it's like, you move in which way and, the throws are harder. But, yeah, I kind of like short more.
What's the feel for you this year going compared to what last year's run? And, of course, it ended up with a state championship. But you talk about your team now compared to what you had last year.
Yeah, I mean, we did have Lexi in it and Liv and all them and Roz, and they all contributed. But I think we're all trying to live that legacy on and, play for them but play for us. And I think that's kind of our model today. And compete to repeats our kind of saying. So it's like we're going to compete and we're going to show other teams that we're made to be here and they better come ready to play.
You think people might think you're down a little bit, seeing that they didn't even rank you and you have some losses against good teams so far this year? You think they might just take you for granted?
I mean, they might take us for granted, but, play on our field and play against us, and you'll see what happens.
See what happens. I like that. I like the attitude. Carly, great job again tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, Carly White joining us, and we'll take a little break right here. We'll come back with the coach right after this. Waupun wins 16-0 in 3 innings. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Planning to build? You need Pinot. Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your vision to reality. You need Pinot. After all, they've been doing it almost 50 years. To start your next project, go to rapinot.com. Check out their virtual design tool and turn your idea into action. That's rapinot.com and learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Welcome back to Jerry Meadham of Field. Steve Witterhack, and we got Josh Navas joining us right now. 16-0 game, kind of something maybe we kind of expected against a team that was 0-14 in their conference with Sheboygan Falls. And I thought I got some pretty good answers from Addie Braun talking about what do you gain and what do you try to do in a game that's so one-decided like this. And what are your thoughts on that, taking on a team? And
well, we were thankful. Their other pitcher is a little bit slower and moves the ball around a little bit more in regards to the speed. And we were so happy to see her. She got us ready for whoever we see, whether it's Port Washington or Plymouth here. It was a nice velocity of pitch, and for the last 2 days we were dealing with slow pitches, not slow but slower pitches and change-ups. So they had to make some really quick adjustments. Obviously they did. They hit the ball really well and put it on in play, and you know how it is. If you put it in play, they got to make the plays, and our girls did. So
I saw nothing sloppy from your team.
Yeah.
Sometimes teams can kind of just be off guard, but I mean, you still ran aggressively, I thought, on the base pads, and everything looked like you were still going at it, like you're taking on a Kewaskum or another really good team out there that you really want. That says a lot about your team, that you still play at that high level.
Hey, the homage to Coach Hagstrom there with 2 strikes and a bunt. Huh?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Amelia Jones, our big one of our power hitters, and she lays down a beautiful bunt. I mean, that just our girls are dialed in for anything and any opportunity they get. It is, like I said, yesterday's practice was just fantastic, really high energy, transferred right on the field. And then the 2 ground outs, it seems like that's an easy ground ball to first. That it's so slow that where you're just like, those are the easiest ones to bobble. And she didn't. Stayed focused, got the force out at there, and then the girl barreled one up to shortstop to Carly White, and she just, like she's done it 100 times, and just smooth as molasses to first. When your pitcher's dialed in, sometimes you can just sort of sit on your heels and think that's what's going to happen, and we weren't. Our girls were focused right through. Our bench had great energy, with their bingo board and stuff. So they were really keeping everyone high energy and positive. I'm really happy with this game. Like I said, I know that 15 after 3, but it got us better today, and that's all we can ask.
Now, the one thing we were talking about off the air was Kaylee Westfall, who's maybe the greatest player that's ever come through on a list of really great players, but she hits this ball out there, and it should have been caught by the center fielder, shoots off her glove. I look up, and there's Kaylee already heading to third base. So she was just running her butt off, and not just saying, well, this girl's going to catch it and just jog up the first base. No, she took off, and then they try to get her out at third. She comes home and scores on that same play. That says a lot about her.
Yeah,
just that play right there.
She believes in her own speed, her ability to get to next bases, but there's a little technique that we work at it at practice when we have base running days where the girls are coming around second, they're looking at me. They're not looking to the outfield. I always tell them that it shortens their stride by a minimum of 6 inches, and it doesn't mean like that's a lot until you get thrown out by 6 inches, right?
Right.
And she's always looking to the next base. She's trusting us as coaches. And between her abilities and the great base running and then trusting in the coaches, it's fun to coach that girl. It's fun to coach all of our girls, but man, we're blessed.
You got some special players on this team, but as a team, it's a very softball savvy bunch of girls that are out there. So.
We have 18 rostered. 1 is IR with Ava, and all 17 that could play will play like that. Now, whether they have that talent. They all have that talent, but as soon as they get in, they're ready to go. They know they're the next person up. And Caroline, another senior, gets in, and she ran great bases, scored on the next base in when we put her in as a pinch runner, and that's great. I'm just really proud of all of our girls.
Well, Josh, congratulations, nice victory, and we'll be here for you on Thursday. The winner of the Plymouth game going on here tonight. And hopefully Gail will give you a call here and let you know what happens.
I
you
hope
can
so.
compare some notes. You talked to him last night, didn't you, Gail?
Yeah, we had all conference meeting last night. So I
okay.
talked to Gail and all the coaches and wished them all luck. Obviously, we want our conference, our last year of our conference, so we want everyone to do as well as they can and represent it and sort of tell the WIAA maybe they closed the wrong conference down maybe.
Right.
But Gail said they would be ready, and I think my coach might have some scores for me now when I get back down there, but I don't know nothing right now.
And we're going to come
back.
back.
I'll be up late.
I know I'll be back after a break, but if you get the score, just kind of shout it out to me or something. Get the message
Sounds
up
good.
here. Congratulations, nice win again. Josh Navas, head coach for Waupun, winning 15-0 here in this ball game.
Yep, thanks to you and your crew too.
Okay.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're going to take another break, come back right after this, talk a little bit more about the game before we wrap things up. Waupun winning 15-0 in this ball game against Sheboygan Falls. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Shop some great deals this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly boneless pork loin at $1.99 per pound. USA Prime for $2.69 per pound. Lay's Kettle Cook Simply or Lay's or Tostitos dips $3.99 with your card. Earn Pig Points. Great deals this week with your cards. Save $2 on Hellman's Real Mayo. Save on Pepsi products, Cheez-Its, and General Mills all this week at the Pig.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Shop some great deals this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly boneless pork loin at $1.99 per pound. USA Prime for $2.69 per pound. Lay's Kettle Cook Simply or Lay's or Tostitos dips $3.99 with your card. Earn Pig Points. Great deals this week with your cards. Save $2 on Hellman's Real Mayo. Save on Pepsi products, Cheez-Its, and General Mills all this week at the Pig.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Hey, you sure do like to sneeze.
You want me to rake the leaves?
It's the dust in the air. You like to sneeze.
No, I don't remember Louise.
This is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. It's best to get them clean now. We will get your air clean, system more efficient, and home safe. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Log on to allphasecomforts.com, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Can't say I've ever been overseas.
Call Allface to stop your sneeze.
Okay, we are back. And Steve Winterhack with you again. Waupun winning 15-0 in just 3 innings in this ball game against Sheboygan Falls. Waupun looking dominant, playing some pretty good high-level softball, even though they're playing against a team that they just owned out here. But again, some great performances by some of the players. I did find out the 7-6 victory for Plymouth in their ball game. They won 7-6. In their game, and that was against Port Washington over at Plymouth. So Gail Grant and the Plymouth Panthers will be in town coming up on Thursday for a 5 o'clock game here at Jerry Meadama Field. That'll be the next game, a regional championship in Division II for Waupun. I'm going to take another break, and we'll come back just talk about some of the accomplishments individually for Waupun coming your way in just a few minutes. This is Waupun Lady Warrior Softball on Radio Plus Sports.
Protect your New Holland equipment and optimize your performance in the field with genuine New Holland maintenance products. New Holland oils and filters are designed specifically for New Holland equipment so you can achieve our high performance standards in the field. And by choosing genuine New Holland maintenance products, you'll not only protect your equipment, you'll also boost its performance and productivity. Visit Waupun Equipment Company, also in Watertown, and see for yourself why genuine New Holland oils and filters are the right choice for your equipment.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Planning to build? You need Pinot. Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your vision to reality. You need Pinot. After all, they've been doing it almost 50 years. To start your next project, go to rapinot.com. Check out their virtual design tool and turn your idea into action. That's rapinot.com and learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
Hello, back pain sufferers. This is Dr. Randall Blahoviak with NewMed Integrated Healthcare. Are you struggling to find a solution for the constant neck and back pain that's keeping you from enjoying life? Maybe you're wondering if you should go the medical route, or maybe you're even thinking about giving chiropractic a try. Well, now you don't have to decide between the two. At New Medical Center in Waupun, you can have the best of both worlds. Let our team of experienced medical professionals and chiropractors design a treatment plan to get you back to living a pain-free life. The healthcare team at New Medical Center will assess your condition and give you a combination of options, both medical and chiropractic, to choose from. With over 30 years of experience treating back pain, you can be assured that the team at New Medical Center will discover and address the source of your pain. Don't waste another minute trying the same old failed strategies. Let New Medical Center help get you back to living your best pain-free life. Call New Medical Center now at 920-324-9899. That's 920-324-9899. Or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Here we go, another great week. Andy, let's go get outside, enjoy the patio for lunch, huh?
Looks like the start of the week is going to be a little rainy, but after that, it looks like we're going to start seeing some sunshine and things warm up. And of course, yes, we've got the patio open, and we're more than happy to take care of people out there.
What about some of these great lunch specials open up at 11 o'clock daily?
That's right. Our kitchen opens at 11 o'clock. You'll have to come in and check out our special board. Kearney changes it up by the day. But we got hot beef, pork, and turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy. That's pretty much every day. And our soup board, of course, changes as the day goes on, too.
Of course, you stop on by and see the Brewers in action, NBA playoffs in action, right?
Yeah, we got the NBA playoffs going. Looks like Indiana's going to be the one to beat. But the Brewers, well, I've got plenty of beer on tap to take care of that problem. But I bleed blue, so gotta love the Brewers. But yeah, we'll have them on almost every day they're on.
All right, Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Shop some great deals this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly boneless pork loin at $1.99 per pound. USA Prime for $2.69 per pound. Lay's Kettle Cook Simply or Lay's or Tostitos dips $3.99 with your card. Earn pig points. Great deals this week with your cards. Save $2 on Hellman's Real Mayo. Save on Pepsi products, Cheez-Its, and General Mills all this week at the Pig. Today's game is brought to you in part by the Waupun Athletic Booster Club. The Booster Club is a group of alumni, parents, and friends that help support Waupun athletics. They support wrestling, girls and boys tennis, hockey, soccer, volleyball, golf, softball, baseball, basketball, and more. Best of luck, Waupun, in your game today. Find the Waupun Athletic Booster Club on Facebook. Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Here we go, another great week. Andy, let's go get outside, enjoy the patio for lunch, huh?
Looks like the start of the week is going to be a little rainy, but after that, it looks like we're going to start seeing some sunshine and things warm up. And of course, yes, we've got the patio open, and we're more than happy to take care of people out there.
What about some of these great lunch specials open up at 11 o'clock daily?
That's right. Our kitchen opens at 11 o'clock. You'll have to come in and check out our special board. Kearney changes it up by the day. But we got hot beef, pork, and turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy. That's pretty much every day. And our soup board, of course, changes as the day goes on, too.
Of course, you stop on by and see the Brewers in action, NBA playoffs in action, right?
Yeah, we got the NBA playoffs going. Looks like Indiana's going to be the one to beat. But the Brewers, well, I've got plenty of beer on tap to take care of that problem, but I bleed blue, so gotta love the Brewers. But yeah, we'll have them on almost every day they're on.
All right, Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun.
Okay, we're back one more time. Waupun winning by a score of 15-0. Domination over Sheboygan Falls in this ball game, and they move on. They'll be taking on Plymouth, who won their game earlier here tonight by a score of 7-6. So Plymouth coming back to town, and it'll be them taking on another opponent from the East Central Conference. Taking a look at some of the accomplishments here, Addie Braun was lights out, 7 strikeouts in the ball game in just 3 innings. So Addie owned the hitters. Did not give up a hit in the ball game, but she did have 1 walk. That was the only blemish in her pitching performance here today. Addie also got on base 3 times, 3 walks, scored 3 times also. Kaylee Westfall with just 1 hit in the ball game, but just an impressive base running, and got herself all the way around the bases in just an air out in center field. 2-for-2 game for Leah Bawalda, 2 hits apiece for Alexis Babish, for Hannah Beatty, and for Ryan Babish. So again, they're still playing a high level, even though it was not a great team, not great competition, but they still played at a high level, and that says a lot about the team. So Waupun winning 15-0. And I'm going to get out of here and go watch some 12-year-old baseball right now. My grandson's got my $400 bat that I just won for him from last weekend, so we'll see how he does with that. But thanks for joining us. Don't forget, we will have the Waupun at home against Plymouth game coming up on Thursday, 5 o'clock start, pregame right around 4:45, hopefully. And we will talk to you again coming up on Thursday. Have yourself a great night. Waupun winning 15-0. This has been Waupun Lady Warrior Softball on Radio Plus Sports.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Bestcraft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Mart.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Protect your New Holland equipment and optimize your performance in the field with genuine New Holland maintenance products. New Holland oils and filters are designed specifically for New Holland equipment so you can achieve our high performance standards in the field. And by choosing genuine New Holland maintenance products, you'll not only protect your equipment, you'll also boost its performance and productivity. Visit Waupun Equipment Company, also in Watertown, and see for yourself why genuine New Holland oils and filters are the right choice for your equipment.
New ownership, same customer service tradition. Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun and its surrounding areas for over 50 years. New owners Luke and Logan Gans are longtime employees of Verhaeg's Furniture and are committed to continue serving the furniture, accessory, and mattress needs of Waupun and the surrounding areas. Bringing you exceptional quality from Ashley Furniture, Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Puffy Mattress, and many more top brands from their store to your home. Verhaeg's Furniture, 806 West Main Street, Waupun. Quality brands for affordable prices.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun. There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Extend your vertical tillage options with a new Kuhn Krause Accelerator XT8010 available at Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown. Proven Excalibur VT blades cut tough residue, creating a superior seed bed. Gang angle options of 1 to 5 degrees for true vertical tillage or 6 to 8 degrees for more aggressive tillage action. Mid-mounted tines redirect soil and residue flow ahead of rear gangs. Exclusive star wheel treaders, brake clods, and anchor residue, while the 24/7 conditioning reel firms and finishes the seed bed. The Accelerator XT is available in RTK cut widths of 11 to 40 foot. Ask your dealer about the new Smart Soil Technology ISOBUS system for your new Accelerator XT.